Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox. I would like to welcome you to the Sunday Book Review. The Sunday Book Review is the series where I discuss books which impact the compliance practitioner, the legal professional, and the business professional. I hope you will enjoy this episode. Now, a quick word from the sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network, Ethico.
If you're a compliance officer, middle managers are crucial in getting your programs from you to your frontline employees. But how do we activate those managers and get them on our side? Ethico's new Middle Manager Toolkit equips you with the skills needed to empower your managers, to promote a culture where ethical behavior thrives and employees feel empowered to speak up. Learn how to turn frontline managers into ethical leaders with our new white paper, Empowering Middle Managers as Ethics Champions. And did I mention you can get the whole toolkit for free? Head to ethico.com to download the full toolkit today.
We continue our look at books featuring classic movie monsters this month for October by looking at some of the most interesting books involving Count Dracula. We begin with Sherlock Holmes versus Dracula, written by John Watson, interestingly, but edited by Lauren Estelman. This book is fascinating as it brings both Conan Doyle, Bram Stoker, Holmes and Watson, and Count Dracula into a story where they're called to investigate the mystery of a ship crew that has vanished, adding their genius to the vampire hunters who are working to keep Count Dracula from the shores of England. With Dracula daily taking the world by storm, it's a perfect time to take up this classic. Next up, Hollywood Gothic by David Skal. This book is, the key to understanding this book is the transmediation of Dracula, the metamorphosis of Bram Stoker's story by adapting it for new media, such as theater and movie versions. Bram Stoker died back in 1911, and his widow played a key role in negotiating the rights for such modifications and fighting the pirated version of Nosferatu created in Germany. Dracula, the story of this is very much about control, and subsequent developments show how both Stoker and Florence tried to keep the lid on unauthorized dissemination and adaptation of the novel, but at the end failed. It's interesting also as to how Dracula became so popular across the world. Next up, In Search of Dracula by Raymond, McNally, and Radu Florescu. This book has engendered controversy for forcefully bridging the gap between the 15th century Prince Vlad the Impaler and Dracula. Stoker had already constructed his character before he learned of the namesake. However, he quite clearly establishes a connection between the two through an exploration provided by Dr. Van Helsing. The Dracula of the eponymous novel is a highly fictionalized version of the real-life figure, but so are many similarities posted in literature, film, and television. It is an interesting look at Slavic and Balkan vampiric folklore, a biographical sketch of Vlad the Impaler, and it illuminates how Stoker was able to utilize this content. And our final story is On Her Majesty's Secret Service by Ian Fleming. You were probably not expecting this one. But in this one, a man is sent to visit a mysterious count in a secluded mountaintop fortress where a diabolical plot unfolds involving an attack on England using his angels of death, who are women under his hypnotic control. The man finds himself slowly becoming a prisoner, leading to his planning an escape and race from the count. Story sound familiar? Well, it's the story of Dracula. Enjoy one or more of these books. As I noted in the intro, this month's sponsor of the Compliance Podcast Network is Ethico, and Ethico has put together a manager's toolkit, which you can provide to your managers to help them be more effective in a speak-up culture. It's available at no cost from Ethico. Also, I'm excited to announce a very interesting new limited podcast series, the FCPA Survival Guide. If you find yourself or your company in an FCPA enforcement action, this book tells you how to get the best result possible. But speaking of books, if you like something new and different, check out the Compliance Kids series on Amazon.com, which explains compliance through the eyes of children. If you have a category of books you'd like explored on the Sunday Book Review, please shoot me an email at tfox@tfoxlaw.com. The Sunday Book Review is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.